Okay, I'm going to try to walk through my garden very quickly here because I have returned from vacation. It's been about 3 or 4 days and my garden is a total mess. All the tomatoes have a blight on them. So they were beautiful before I left, and then 2 weeks later I come back and they're just covered with blight. But that's not really a big deal for me. This is my year for cucumbers, obviously. I have cucumbers coming out my ears, so I've had so many cucumbers. I'm eating about 4 a day, so and I've made pickles, and so this is my year for cucumbers and not tomatoes, obviously. So I'll just show you real quick what I'm working on and what's growing and what's not growing. We have the Jersey Devil down here is the tomato plant, and that looks like it's a pretty good little tomato plant. But you see the blight here. It's on all of my plants. Had some green beans seem to be doing okay, except for the Japanese beetles, which are everywhere. I've never had a problem with Japanese beetles in all of my years of gardening. And this is the year they are everywhere. I just cannot believe how many there are. They're everywhere. But my green beans are still producing. As you can see here, I have some blooms still popping out on this plant here. I have some blooms down there on the bush beans. Back there I have some yellowing on those bush beans. Carrots seem to be doing okay. I pulled out all of my kale. It was devoured by worms in just 2 weeks, so it was too hot for it anyway. So I went ahead and pulled it out. This is one garbage bag full. It probably weighs about 60 pounds. And it's stuffed full of just things I pulled out over the last couple of days. So, I still have so much more to do. I've only worked really in this upper part of my garden, and I still have the rest of my garden to do. So, and let me see what else I can show you here. Like I said, cucumbers are doing great. This is the Kentucky Wonder. Green beans, and they're doing great too, even though I've experienced there's some Japanese beetles up there having a little party. They're having a party everywhere in my garden. But I've been trying to hand collect them. I need to spray with some neem seed oil or something. They really love this plant. They're all over the top of this leaf here. I can't see them on my side, and it's really gross to try to hand pick them off of this arch, because when I go to try to put them in my jar, they fall on me, and it grosses me out. So I need to call for backup and get some spray out here. Now this is one vine in here. This is called a greasy green bean, and I'm going to do a separate video on that and show it more in detail. But you can tell how it's a little different than the Kentucky Wonder. Hopefully my camera can pick it up. It looks greasy, and that's a popular mountain green bean. I call it a mountain green bean because I've only ever seen it here in the mountains. Blight all over this tomato plant here. More Kentucky Wonder green beans. This one's doing okay on this side of my arch, but over there they did not do well at all. As a matter of fact, I also lost another tomato plant to bacterial wilt, and it was the Eva purple ball that I had over here. I was hoping to grow that this year. I really was looking forward to having something different, but it was beautiful one morning, and then in the afternoon it was all wilted over. And you'll know you have bacterial wilt if it just wilts over in the middle of the day and it's still green. There's no yellowing or anything. It just turns wilted. And I'll show a picture of it from an old video too one more time so you guys can see it. I showed it in another video, but it's good to be able to identify that, because something you definitely want to remove from your garden as quickly as possible if you have bacterial wilt. I have a little pumpkin down here, so I'm happy about that. I'm surprised this one put out a pumpkin first, because I transplanted these much later than I did the one that was over there in that bed. And that one's going crazy, but there's not even a bloom on it, so that's kind of odd. And so this happened and was pollinated while I was gone, so I didn't even have to pollinate that. So hopefully it will produce a little pumpkin. We'll see how that goes. And you can see all the weeds. I have my work cut out for me the next couple of days. Actually, it's probably going to take me a week to get this whole garden under control. A lot of little peppers. Looks like they need some everything needs nutrition right now. I need to feed them something. They all are looking for some nutrition. It's pretty obvious to me. Okay, and like I said, I don't have much hope for the little tomato plants, any of them. None of them are doing well. But the cucumbers are, and that's basically what I have going on right now. Some more Kentucky wintergreen beans over there. As you can tell on the right side, those aren't coming up either. So it's really everything in this back bed here has a problem with some bacteria or something in the soil. So some things are thriving and some are not. And that's probably all I have for now. Looks like I gotta harvest some of these green beans. They're just starting to come in. And thanks for watching. Okay, so here's what I just harvested. A lot of green beans, and there's some cucumbers underneath the green beans. Some tomatoes. I went ahead and picked some of them while they were green because I really wanted to taste them this year. One of them is an orange minsk, and I don't know that it's going to produce any more because of the blight, so I went ahead and picked one of those. And I have some lemongrass here, and some Thai basil, and some just Italian basil. So I am going to get busy cooking. All right, thanks for watching.